Hey, Caitlin. Yeah, so I don't think you did a bad job at all on your video. I think we're all kind of still getting the hang of this, but I did read where you kind of mentioned that the informed consent form that um, you looked at kind of didn't have anything regarding referring the client to other counselors who may specialize in a field that they may be that they're that they may be interested in. Mine did briefly, just very few sentences stating that I guess if they're not specialized in that particular field, then they're welcome to try other counselors, or in times of emergency, if the counselor is not available, then because this is a group private practice, then they are able to go to the other counselors in that practice. So also the process of termination, I did kind of figure out that some people, and just this is just, I think, people in general who have businesses, I think a lot of the time people kind of point out the things that are most important to them, or they go by experience with the issues that have come up in the past. So those are the things that they probably harp on the most in those consent forms. Um, Especially if they've had a lot of like legal issues, they probably would have like 2 pages full of information regarding what to do in the legal process or something like that. Mine briefly mentioned a couple of counselor I'm sorry, fees that the client would have to pay if the counselor was summoned to court or something like that. And then um one thing that our textbook, Rimley and Herlihy 2019, mentioned was that it's not enough to just give your client the consent form. You have to, I think that it's good to just sit down with them on that first day that they meet, um, and go through everything just to make sure that there's mutual understanding of what's going to take place in the counseling sessions, and what happens in cases where they may feel uncomfortable or something like that. Because again, my consent form didn't have a lot of information on inappropriate behavior. So I think those things are super important to put into the informed consent forms.